What's up, everybody? This is James, aka jmooreonkeys, and I'm back with another tutorial today. Today I'm going to be breaking down Hosanna by Kirk Franklin, which is an awesome gospel song and really fun to play once you get it. So let's go over the scale really fast. C is the 1, D is the 2, E is the 3, F is the 4, 5 is G, the 6 is A, B is the 7, and C is the 1. All right, so we start with that intro. All right, so that's really simple. Basically, the whole time we're just doing kind of like a 6-7-1 for most of it. So we start with that melody line, C, E, F, G. And the second time you hit the G, you're playing 6. I'm kind of keeping this suspended chord, G, C, D, G in my right hand. So I'm going from the 6. In my left hand, it's going to be A, F, and then that suspended chord. Then I move to this G major chord. So it's going to be B and D in my left hand. And my right hand is going to be playing G, B, D, and G. And if it's easier for you to play that G with your left hand at the bottom, that's fine too. So I'm just playing G, C, G, and then G major chord, and then 1. So I'm playing C and C and E in my left hand, and my right hand is playing G, C, and E. So then you do that again. And then you do this move. That's if you want to do it just like the record. It doesn't have to be, but what I'm doing there is G, C, F. And then I'm kind of outlining that C major chord, E, C, G. So, and then I go straight down the scale until I get to that A. So, and when I hit that A, I'm landing on the 4 in the bass, F in my left hand, so. And then G. So I'm playing G and D in my left hand, and my right hand is playing G, B, and D. And if you want, when you get here, you can open it up a little more, change that inversion. Same notes, just moving the chord up. So, and then to the 6. So we're gonna play on the left hand A, E, and G. And in the right hand, you're gonna play E, A, and C. And then to the 5, you're doing this kind of like you're doing a 5-1-4, just without the 1. So 5. My left hand is gonna be G, D, and F. My right hand is gonna play B flat, D, F, and A flat. And A. So, and then back to the 4. I like to play this voicing on the 4. So my left hand is playing F, C, and F, and my right hand is going to play A, C, E, and A. So F, then G, same G chord, And when I hit that 6, I'm gonna play, I hit the 6 in my left hand, and on the record they do. So that's D, E flat, E, and then C. So I'm hitting that left hand first and then doing that. And then 5, same thing as before. 4, you could do a regular 4 there as well. C, F, and A. And then 5, and then big hit on the 1. So that's C's in my left hand, and a C major chord in my right hand. C, E, G, and C. And you know me, I like to add the 9, so or the 2, so the D is in there as well. So comes the line. 5, 6. So now we're in the song. So each verse of this song is a little bit different. So first verse goes, for you, 3, 4, and then 7, 1. So we start with for you. So that 3 is going to be E and C in the left hand, and the right hand is going to be playing G, C, D, and G. And then for the 4, I use that same voicing from before. F, C, and F in the left hand, and the right hand is playing that A, C, E, A. Or you could just have like that same chord but with the G on top. Either voicing. All right, so for you, and then the keys will do. That's 7, 1. So same thing as the intro, but I'm just bringing it down a little bit. So B and G in my left hand, and the right hand is B, D, and G to the C major chord. C and G in the left hand, and the right hand is playing C, E, and G. And then after that big hit on the 1, C major chord. It's all together for you. Same thing, 3, 4, 7, 1. Or you could go straight to the 4. 7, 1. Then we have this line. G, A, G, F, E. And then big hit on the 4. So that's going to be F, C, and F, my left hand, and the right hand is playing A, C, E, and G. And you just hit there one quick time. So for you, 4, and then you're going to go to this diminished chord. So I'm going to do A flat, E, and A flat, or you could do A flat, F, and A flat. Either one works. And my right hand is going to be playing, I'm going to do D, F, A flat, and B. So, and then to the 6. Same 6 chord as before. A, E, G. And my right hand is going to play E, A, and C. And then just like the intro, down to that 5, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, major 5, 5, 1. Okay, so a lot of that intro move kind of shows up a lot. So once you get that part, it's going to keep showing up. So altogether, that first verse. All right, second verse is just a little more involved. So I have that 3-4-7-1 move. I'm keeping it the same as the first verse. The rhythm's the only thing that changes. So 3-4 7 learn it 3-4. Here's where it gets different. Now after that 3-4, that second one, 3-4, you're gonna play. Start with the 2 for those hits. So it's gonna be D and C in my left hand, and my right hand is gonna be playing C, E, F, and A. And then we go to the 3. There's gonna be E and D in my left hand, and my right hand is gonna be playing A flat, C, D, and G. So for you. So then we do, the bass is gonna go A, D. So over the A, I'm playing A and G in my left hand, and my right hand is gonna be playing D flat, F, G, and B flat. And then back to that same 2 chord that we just did. D, C in the left hand, and the right hand, C, E, F, A. So, and then 3-6. So that same 3 chord we just learned, E and D in the left hand, and A flat, C, D, G in the right, and then to the 6. So here I'm doing A and G in the left hand, and the right hand I'm doing B, C, E, and G. So, and then after that we go back to 5, 4. All right, so that all together, second verse for you. 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 6. Sometimes I'll do that. G and E, and move it a half step down to get to this voicing on the 5. And then 4. So from this point on, when it gets to the Hosanna, Forever We Worship You, there's kind of like a bounce to it. So my right hand, I'm just playing the suspended chord, G, C, D, G. I'm just bouncing that. And if you're by yourself, without a bass player, I mean, you're gonna be using that left hand to mark out that rhythm with the bass. If you have a bass player, what I usually do is I'll just keep this going, and I'll play the chords. So the same chords that we learned before in your right hand, you would put those in your left hand and do it like that. So I'll give you an example of both. So, Hosanna. Once I get to that 5 is when I go back to kind of hold that out. Same chord, just different inversion. So you can play it in any inversion you like. This is the one I'm doing here because it's closest to there. All right. So what was I saying? 5, 5. Then back to 7-1 all right, back to 7-1 to close it out. And if I had a bass player, I would do it like. So same chords, I just take what I was doing in my right hand before, put it in my left hand. All right, so let me do that whole part to make sure I know where I'm at. So for you. So it does that twice. Then it gets to the bridge. So the bridge is a little easier than you might think. Actually, this whole song is a little easier than you might think. It's just a lot involved in it. So you start on that 3. So we're doing 3, E and C in my left hand. My right hand, I'm playing C, E, G, and C. Patience and kindness. My left hand moves up to F and C. My right hand plays C, F, A, and C. So now we're moving up a little bit to F sharp, D, and F sharp in my left hand. My right hand is playing a D major chord, D, F sharp, A, D. Then we move up to G. So that's G, D, G in my left hand. And my right hand is playing D, G, B, and D. And then we have E major. So that's A flat, E, and A flat in the left hand. And the right hand is playing E, A flat, B, and E. Regular E major. To that A minor, A, E, and G in the left hand. And the right hand is playing E, A, C, and E. And then it goes 7, B, G, and A. And my right hand is playing D, G, A, and D. Or you could just play that straight B major, G major. Either one works. So 7, then you have a diminished chord here. So that's going to be C sharp, or D flat, G and B flat. And my right hand is going to be playing that diminished chord, E, G, B flat, D flat, and E. So far we have. Then we go to the 2. So here you could play around with the voicings however you want to do it. But for the 2, I'm doing D and C in my left hand. And my right hand, I'm doing A, D, and F in my right hand. So 2, then 3. That's E and C in the left hand. And my right hand is playing G, C, D, and G. And then to the 4, it's the voicing we've seen before, F, C, and F. And in the right hand, I'm playing A, C, E, A. And then we move up to F sharp, D, and E in the left hand. The right hand is playing A, D, E, and A. And now we're at the 5. This is the big 5 right here. We're about to modulate. So we're doing G and F in the left hand. And in the right hand, we're doing A, C, E, and G. And we build on that. And then we take everything up a half step. So it moves up to A flat, F sharp, and then B flat, D flat, F, A flat. So that whole part together. I like to do that to be dramatic sometimes. And since you're in D flat, since you're in C sharp, all of the black keys are in the scale. So doing that, it fits. So yeah, now we're in D flat, and then big hit on 1. So this verse is pretty much all hits. The next 2 verses. So that's going to be D flats in the left hand, and in my right hand I'm playing D flat, F, A flat, D flat. So 5. And then another hit on the 1. No one can compare to the things you do. 2, 3. So over the 2, I'm doing E flat and D flat. And in my right hand, I'm doing F, F sharp, B flat, and D flat. And then 3, I'm doing F and D flat in my left hand. And my right hand is playing E flat, A flat, and D flat. So, and then 4, you can do that chord you just did over the 2. Do it over the 4. So with an F sharp in the bass. So there's no one can compare to the things you do. 2, 3, 4. Then diminished. That's A and F sharp in the left hand. My right hand is playing C, E flat, F sharp, A, and C to the 6. B flat, F, and A flat in the left hand, and my right hand is playing F, B flat, and D flat. So, and then same move as before. 5, or however you want to voice it. This time I'm in a new key, so I'm doing A flat and F sharp in my left hand. My right hand is playing B, E flat, F sharp, and B flat. So you can voice that however you want. I'd probably do this one in the moment. So, no one can compare to the things you do. 5, and then same bounce as before. So this time I'm doing A flat, D flat, B flat, and A flat. And then I'm doing 4, so F sharp. And I'm moving to A flat. Then I'm moving to B flat, back and forth. So 5, 5, and then 7, 1, or 5, 1. All right. And then it repeats for the next. Someday I'll talk for a fashion. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. Then it gets to the Hosanna. So then we do 3, 4. Or you could do it here. So for the 3, 4, we're doing that same 3 as before. F and D flat. This is coming out of the Hosanna forever. We worship you. Now we're in the Hosanna. That's the part we're at. So, like I said, F and D flat in the left hand, and the right hand is playing E flat, A flat, and D flat, just like before. And we move up to this F sharp and D flat in the left hand. In the right hand, I'm playing D flat, F sharp, B flat, and D flat. And of course, you can add the 9 in there. So, the first time it goes 5, 1. E flat, excuse me, my left hand, let me start with the left hand first. Left hand is playing A flat, and my right hand is playing E flat, A flat, and C. So, I think think the first time it goes to the 1 and every other time it goes to the 6. So 5, 1, D flats, and in my right hand I'm playing F, A flat, and D flat. So. All right, so now I'm doing 5, 6. Only thing that's changing is that B flat. I'm still playing this chord here. So this is the first time. Now to the 6, 5, 6. Do that again. Then we go up. All right, so same thing, just different place, different key. F sharp and D in the left hand, and the right hand is playing E, A, and D. Then we move that up to a G major. G and D in the left hand, and the right hand is playing D, G, B, and D. So, and then you can play it up there. A in my left hand, and my right hand is playing E, A, C sharp, and then I'm moving to the 6. So you can play that 6 minor, F sharp, B, and D, or you could play the regular D major, F sharp, A, and D, but it's all going over the B. Or so. Yes, this is still the same 3, 4, different voicing. I just say that because sometimes that might trip somebody up, so I just want to make sure I'm clear about that. Different voicing. This time the A major was the same. I'm just switching to this B minor 9. B, F sharp, A, D flat, D, and F sharp. And then 3, 4, 5, 6. And here's the last big part of the song. It's the modulations. So when you're about to modulate, you go 5, 6, and then you do G in my left hand, and then F, B flat, and E flat in my right hand. And then I take it up a half step. A flat, F sharp, B, E. Then I take it up again. A, G, C, F. Then I take it up again. B flat, A flat, D flat, F sharp. Then I take it up one last time to B, A, D, G. And now I'm in my new key. So all together, starting from D, so. About to modulate, and right here. And after this, it's the easiest part of the song. You're just playing. You're just going from. So now we're in G, by the way. We made our way up to G. So we're just playing the 4 to the 6. So 4. There's going to be C's in my left hand, and my right hand is playing B, C, E, and G. And then my next chord is the E. So I'm doing E and D in my left hand, and in my right hand I'm playing G, B, D, and F sharp. But if I have to bounce the bass like that, then I'm not going to play this D. I'm just going to play 2 E's and just bounce it. So. Six, 4, 6, 4, 6, 4. Different chord. So this chord right here is a really good chord to know. Let me spell it out first. We have D flat, F, and in my right hand, or my left hand, I'm playing B, E, and A. If you have a bass player, split it up like this, is my suggestion. F and B, that tritone in the left hand. In the right hand, I'm doing E and A. And that's leading me to the 4. And the reason why that chord works so well and is so important to know is because it comes from the 514, which I have a PDF about. If you want a free PDF about that, check the description. I have a video about 514, 736s, so check that out. But real quick explanation of why that works. So if I'm in G and I'm going to the 4, I would do 5. Then I would do 1. If I take off the bass note, I have this chord right here. And since I have an F here, I don't need this F up here. There's our chord right there. But if I'm playing the G, if I'm playing it with the G here, why does it work with the C sharp? Or D flat, excuse me. The reason is because the way you make a tritone is with the 3rd and the flat 7 scale degree. So if I'm looking for the tritone that goes with G, I'm going to go up the scale, G, 1, 2, 3. There's 1 part of it. And then I have flat 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's my flat 7. So I have B and F as the tritone there. And if I look at C sharp or D flat, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, flat 7. F and B, the same as the G tritone. So when you have tritone pairs like that, like G and D flat, the bass notes can be interchangeable when the tritone is used. So since this would get me to my 4, I take the same chord and just change the bass note. And then that gets me to C. And this is the rest of the song right here. All right, and you actually end on that chord as well. So it's good to know this one. All right, so that is the whole song, everybody. That's Hosanna. I hope I can get this out in time for Easter, for Resurrection Sunday. But if not, it's a really good song to know and good song to learn. So practice with that and have fun with it. I'll stop there. Thanks, everybody, for your support. And I'll see you in the next video. Happy practicing.